I have a really big problem, Angus.
A really big problem, and I'm assuming with me.
Unfortunately for you, yes. Otherwise, if it was with me, I would have sorted it out in my own time and not shat on myself on the podcast.
It seems that whenever there's a really big problem on this podcast, it does generally relate back to me. I don't think I've ever brought up a major gripe with you on the podcast.
Maybe you're just more responsible and not throwing your co-host under the bus.
Probably.
On a podcast.
Yeah, it feels like if you have a major gripe with me, that should be something that you bring up off air. But
no, this one's definitely one we want to keep on air. I asked you to create a logo for the show. Do you remember that?
Yeah. No, yeah. You mean the image we still use to this day?
Yeah, and the little text thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was made by you.
Yes, it was. It was.
Okay, so that's something we've carried through for the entire form of the podcast.
Yes, indeed, it is.
So when we've spent a lot of money recently on something undisclosed that we're not allowed to say yet because it's not done, does that or does that not involve the logo that we're using?
Yeah, probably, but I don't know where you're going with this.
So, and you know me, you're a good friend of mine. You'd know that I like things in the right order, organized, even. Would that be correct?
Sure.
So, imagine my frustration. I don't know. Are you the same? Would you be annoyed if something wasn't right?
Yeah, I like things to be nice and ordered and neat.
Okay, so imagine my frustration. I'm doing what we're doing for this undisclosed project that we've spent a lot of money on. And I look at the logo and I'm like, it's not centered. If you just want to... I don't know if you have a document of it open anywhere, Angus. But it's on the screen right now. You can a big flip-off thing of our logo. Just go into it, Angus. Try and find a photo of our logo for you. I can even flip. We'll cut back to when Angus has found a copy of the logo. Okay, Angus. Look at the Z on the left and the S on the right. How much space is in between?
It's so bad. Oh my god.
Now, may I remind you that photo is that logo is everywhere. So if we replace it, it's going to take a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it's so horribly off-centered.
It is. It is pretty bad. Wow. That's honestly, that's pretty embarrassing.
I don't know what to do. Do we fix it or do we just acknowledge? Because that's on a lot of things. Do we just acknowledge that that's what it looks like until we change it permanently?
I don't know. I don't even know if I have the original documents that
I have the original document, so
okay.
I can fix it if we need to. But is it worth fixing it?
Well, considering it took this long for us to notice it. Yeah, but now we've brought it up, so now everyone is going to notice it. I feel like we wouldn't have had to change it if you brought this up off the podcast, but because you brought it up on the podcast, I think we definitely do have to change it.
But you realize the struggles that'll provide us, because like when you change things on Facebook, it creates a post that you've changed.
Yeah. We gotta do it.
Okay. Well, that's something I will work on, but that was my major gripe, Angus. You don't want to be rude, but you had one job and you fucked it.
Well, I put that together in quite a hurry. I mean, I was just when I made that, I was just flicking around. I didn't even think that it was gonna become our profile picture when I made it, to be honest. That's very
true.
So I wasn't really putting a high amount of effort into it or noticing whether things were on center or not.
Zac and Gus,
the podcast.